from the Galesburg Community Foundation. We do have Josh Gibb, the president and CEO. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. How's the snow treating you?
Oh, it's December. There should be snow on the ground, and it's freezing for food. So, this year you authentically actually get to freeze.
We do. We do authentically get to freeze. No doubt about it. We're looking forward to it. And, in the caring and giving spirit, let's talk about the Illinois Gives. What exactly that campaign is.
So, less of a campaign, more of actually state policy. So in this last legislative session, the Illinois Senate passed legislation that incentivizes giving, specifically endowed giving in the state of Illinois. So any person who makes a gift to a qualified community foundation for the purpose of an endowment fund that benefits a nonprofit in the state of Illinois is eligible to receive a 25% tax credit on their Illinois income tax.
That's quite a bit of tax credit.
Yeah. As far as I know, I think it's the first time the state has incentivized giving specifically. When you get a deduction, that's really a federal deduction. And this isn't a deduction, it's a credit.
Okay.
And again, specifically to Illinois income tax. So I've been a part of our state association since I came to the Community Foundation. On the past 2 years, I was able to serve as president. And we were able to finally get this piece of legislation sort of adopted, passed, and implemented. So this has been the first year of implementation. What it enables community foundations, again, who are qualified, and its qualification is really accreditation through our national standards process. So there's roughly 40 or so community foundations in the state of Illinois. I would say let's just roughly say 25 of them are probably in the process or are accredited through national standards, which is, the gold seal of community foundations. And that's always been really important to us. So that accreditation process really allows then the state of Illinois to understand, okay, well, here's a group of organizations specifically designed to build endowment. They can build endowment for any nonprofit in the state of Illinois. So from the state's perspective, they work with 25 organizations. Those 25 organizations then administer the credits for tens of thousands of nonprofit organizations. So as president of the state association, we were able to get this done. The credit is, like I said, 25%, but it incentivizes $20 million worth of giving. And that's, again, like I said, I think the first time that the state of Illinois might have ever incentivized giving, but for sure has only incentivized endowed giving.
Okay. What are some of the endowment funds that people can support with our local GCF?
Well, really probably any of the funds you can think of. So like the Monmouth Community Fund, the Alexis Community Fund, the Roseville Community Fund, all of the community funds for sure are eligible. Really the only fund type that's not eligible is what we call a donor advised fund. And a donor advised fund would be specific to a family, usually, guided by what family interests are and might be. So they were excluded from the legislation.
Okay. And who can actually take advantage of this program? Is it just you or me as an individual, or can a business?
Actually, no. Businesses are eligible. Trusts are eligible. Any entity that's filing a tax return is eligible.
Okay, sure. That makes sense then with the tax return. All right. Is there a minimum or maximum to actually qualify?
There's not a minimum. There is a maximum. So the maximum amount any one individual can give is $400,000 in a single year. That is $800,000 if it's a couple, but the majority of gifts that we have seen, certainly there are some that have the interest in taking advantage of it, but the full amounts. But really, a gift of $500, a gift of $100, they're all eligible. But there is a process to go through. There is some the creation of a My Tax portal. There's as you might imagine, a couple of things you have to get done to be able to verify who you are and what the gift is. And so the state of Illinois has a process, but our staff is obviously willing and wanting to talk to anybody who thinks this might be a benefit to them. We'd be happy to guide you along in the process.
Okay, then let's talk about that for a second. Is there any limited amount of tax credits that are available statewide?
Yeah, so that $20 million worth of giving that I mentioned earlier, that is the limit. So the credit is $5 million. I always kind of have to get myself straight. Am I talking credits or am I talking the donated amount? So the credits are $5 million, which means that the amount that would be donated will be $20 million, right? So that credit is a first come, first served credit. And with this being the first year for implementation, there are still credits available. We think that so this is a 5-year program, the future years, we certainly believe that those credits are going to move faster than they have this year. And so if people are interested in them, I really would encourage you to reach out to our office. Sarah Grant on our team, I've sort of coined, like, she is the state help desk for Illinois Gives. So she's been helping people who utilize Galesburg Community Foundation and other community foundations in our association to help navigate these processes. So she knows the ins and outs.
Okay. We're talking with Josh Gibb, President and CEO of Galesburg Community Foundation, about the Illinois Gives tax program. And the next step is they can call the office at 344-8898 or visit yourgcf.org/Illinois Gives. Sarah is the one you want to give a call. She will help, but anybody on staff can help with this program.
No, I mean, we're all there to be able to help. Actually, our website has really good and clear instructions if people just wanted to look at our website and kind of see what the process would entail. But again, I do think it's important to just sort of like reflect on the fact that, the state of Illinois, through its policy, through its law, has said, it's important. Endowment is important. And we want to utilize community foundations as the type of organization that's really designed to build endowment. We want to use them to help other nonprofits in our state be able to offer this benefit to the citizens in the state of Illinois, and they are. So again, we talked about the community funds that are eligible, but any organization that has a nonprofit or any nonprofit organization that has an endowment fund at the community foundation is eligible. Buchanan, Jameson, United Way. Again, there's and if there isn't an endowment fund can be created through this program as well.
Okay. And for those who don't know what Galesburg Community Foundation is, Josh, give us an idea of your organization and the number of entities you're able to support and help.
Sure. So Galesburg Community Foundation serves all of Knox, all of Warren, all of Henderson County. We're a 21-year-old organization that is designed to work with businesses, individuals, in this region to build permanent endowment, which then becomes revenue sources for the nonprofits that serve our area. So what that means is people make gifts. Those gifts really become part of the collective whole of the community foundation. That then whole generates a percentage every year that we spend on charitable activity. Our purpose, our design is to really keep the purchasing power of the original gift whole. So just for easy math, if someone gave a $100,000 gift to the community foundation, we're spending a percentage of that value every year, but we're keeping that $100,000 sort of able to generate the equivalent annually and forever. So what that means is, for those people who really care about whatever the organization is, whatever the initiative is, whatever the program might be, the Community Foundation has a way to ensure that you care about has the resources that it needs forever. And so we work with hundreds of people and scores of nonprofit organizations throughout the 3-county area. Last year we were probably close to $3 million that we invested into the nonprofit sector.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, for sure. And again, it's good because individuals in this region care about the things that are providing services and making our communities vibrant places to live, work, and play.
Okay. Now, one thing I want to talk about too, real quick, is agriculture. You've had interest and more activity in telephone calls and inquiries about how some agriculture donations or grants, or excuse me, how they can turn that over, kind of talk about that. I'm not really sure how it works, but it's effective sometimes based on these different taxes in the state of Illinois for land like that.
Sure. So the foundation has accepted and owns some ag land. I don't know if that's kind of what you're referring to, Vanessa, but people have the ability to gift more than just cash, right? You know, I think sometimes when you think about, okay, well, somebody's going to give $100,000. Well, how many people really have $100,000 sitting in a checking account, right? The wealth of our region exists in other places than just cash. It exists in stocks, it exists in land, it exists in grain, it exists in real estate. And the foundation is designed to accept all of those things. And there's for sure tax advantage, to consider assets when you're giving. And so farmland is something that we, it's been a couple of years, we accepted acreage in Knox County from a woman named Anna Johnson. That gift was really unique in a couple of different ways, but I think one of the ways that maybe you're referring to is we were able to honor the tenant relationship that Anna had. And so the farmers that she had operating her farm for almost 70 years, that family, we were able to continue that tenant relationship, and now they farm that property on behalf of the community foundation. The earnings from that farm then turn into the revenue that we use for the charitable interest that Anna had indicated that she wanted us to support. And so we are designed in some ways very uniquely to sometimes just be the back office for charitable acceptance, right? Because accepting a gift of land is not something we do every day either, but it's or stocks and things like that. But if we can do that on behalf of organizations, if we can do that for the benefit of the people who wants to give, we feel we're providing a real service.
I couldn't remember quite how to describe the fact that you got this land, but somebody's still farming it, but it's still taking care of the charitable interests that she had. And that's what we meant by there's a way to do this with agriculture, to be able to have land that people don't necessarily, it's so hard because this estate tax is so expensive. And someone may pass land down, but golly, it's so expensive. It's a challenge. So it's a balance for everyone on succession planning and what that looks like. So
well, and when you think about planning and you think about how you are transferring assets, that's something where the community foundation believes that there are strategies to consider that can include the charities that you care about or the things that are important to you. I mean, family, business, if it's a farm, things like that. You have to take all that into consideration, obviously. But there are ways in which sometimes charity or charitable giving can be incorporated, which does bring value to the overall estate plan. So, those are things that as individuals are, contemplating what that might look like. Really even the foundation has looked for and sought resources that we can bring into conversations and happy to share that with people who might reach out to us.
Okay. Josh, anything else you want people to know?
No, I mean, again, we're just always thankful for the opportunity to talk about what's happening. The tax credit really is a significant moment, I think, again, for the state, for people who have really been utilizing it. I just looked yesterday, it's generated $17.5 million worth of additional giving to community foundations across the state of Illinois. For us locally, it's been nearly $1 million worth of giving that people have already have already initiated this year. We just want people to be aware of it, evaluate it if it makes sense. again, we would love to help you figure out the next steps.
Okay. Have a wonderful holiday season.
Thank you. You too.
And a giving season. Thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, thank you.
Josh Gibb with us, President and CEO of Galesburg Community Foundation.